Well, Senator Lindsey Graham is with us now from the U.S. Congress. Senator, it's great to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, I understand Erdogan won't meet with Mike Pence. Is that true?
I don't know, but Erdogan's not your friend. Pat, you've done a great job. To your viewers, if we are not praying for the Kurds, we should all be ashamed of ourselves. It was the Kurds who worked with the American military to destroy ISIS. If we abandon the Kurds, it will be dishonorable. It will be a disaster. So Erdogan invaded Turkey. He has, Syria. He has created a vacuum for ISIS to come back. The Kurds cannot fight Turkey and control the 10,000 ISIS prisoners. I am looking to President Trump to change this. I will do anything I can to help him, but I will also become President Trump's worst nightmare. I will not sit along the sidelines and watch a good ally of the Kurds be slaughtered by Turkey and watch Iran move into Syria and become another nightmare for Israel. This is a defining moment for President Trump. He needs to up his game.
Well, I have suggested that there be a Trump declaration like the Balfour Declaration to say there's a homeland for the Kurds. Let's give them a country. Is that too much to hope, or am I exceeding my bounds here?
Well, your admiration for the Kurds is well justified. That's probably not the play right now. The play right now is to stop the slaughter. If they move into Kobani, if Turkey moves into Kobani, you're going to have an atrocity worse than ISIS. What does the average American care? ISIS is an enemy to mankind. They would kill everybody listening to this broadcast because you're an infidel. They're not going to surrender. If you think you can leave the Mideast as an American and we'll be safe, that's crazy. If you think Russia and Iran is going to take care of U.S. interests, that's insane. So the reason I like the Kurds so much, they destroyed the caliphate, but there's 20,000 ISIS fighters. If they come back, they're coming here. And the only way to be safe here is to have some of our troops partnering with the Kurds. And finally, it would be so dishonorable for this country to abandon the Kurds. And the Iranians, Pat, are ready to move into Syria to take the oil fields, and that would undercut everything President Trump has done to contain the Iranians, and a nightmare for Israel.
Lindsey, you have understood this situation, and I think we both have, and we're both grieved when you think of, for example, that Kirkuk oil. That is one of the biggest oil deposits in the world, and of course, we're going to give that up and say, no, you can't have it?
So here's what I talked to Mesloun last night. He's the leader of the Kurdish military. I'm going to try to get him on your show. Okay. You need to hear how desperate he is. He doesn't want to partner with Assad. Partnering with Assad is like partnering with Iran. But he has no choice right now. We have left him high and dry. And when I hear President Trump say, let's just get out of the Mideast, we'll be fine, that's Elizabeth Warren politics. What did we learn from Iraq? If we leave against sound military advice, the radical Islamists come back. You may be tired of fighting radical Islam, but they're not tired of fighting you. The only way to be safe is to keep them over there so they don't come here. I'd rather have partners than do it alone. This is a defining moment for President Trump. We need to stand by the Kurds. We need to push Turkey out of Syria, have a safe zone, keeping the Kurds and Turkey apart. And we need to partner with the Kurds regarding the oil field. I proposed last night a joint venture between the Syrian Democratic Forces and the United States, controlling the oil for their benefit and ours, not Iran's.
All right, look, we've got 50 tactical nuclear weapons at Incirlik in Turkey. Erdogan is really in control of that now, isn't he? Or how do we get that huge air base? Are we going to just abandon that, or is Erdogan going to take it away from us?
Over my dead body. I miss Ronald Reagan. Pat, you're old enough to know what American strength looks like. Do you think Erdogan would have done this if Reagan had been around? Do you think Assad would have done what he had done if Reagan had been around? So this is Trump's chance, my friend, to be like Ronald Reagan. We've got a pair of aces, and they've got a pair of twos. Give me a break. The Turkish economy is feeble. I applaud President Trump's sanctions against Turkey, a 50% tariff on Turkish steel. I'm going to introduce sanctions tomorrow with Democrats that are going to be sanctions from hell. They're going to be like Iranian sanctions against Turkey. I'm going to break this thug's back. We're going to stand by the military and do President Trump. If you're listening to this interview If you remove all of our forces from Syria, you're throwing the Kurds over, ISIS will come back on your watch, and Iran will take over, and you, my friend, will be in great jeopardy of losing an election we can't afford you to lose. So don't be like Obama, be like Reagan, stand up to Erdogan.
Lindsey, that's some pretty hard words. You think the president's going to listen to you? I hope he does.
Well, I hope so, and here's what will matter. People like you. You know, you're a rock star. You're a 90-year-old rock star. In my world in South Carolina, when you speak, people listen. And people are inherently fair. They're tired of the Mideast. I got it. But the Mideast is not tired of you. Can you imagine what would happen if we let Iran come into Syria? That would be another front that Israel has to defend against. Iran wants the oil. They want to destroy Islam they want to purify Islam in their image, and they want to kill all the Jews and us. So this can be prevented with less than 1,000 troops. The good news, President Trump has destroyed ISIS with 2,000 soldiers because 60,000 Kurds and Arabs did the fighting for us. It would be a shame to abandon that model and to throw these people over who fought and died. By over 10,000 Kurds died. We cannot do that. It will be a shame on our honor. And as you said, the mandate from heaven would be lost. And you are right.